Hey, hey, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. We're ready to do this thing for Friday, January the 12th, wrapping up another week of trading. We're ready to get it. Let's get it. Right? A Friday for trading. We're looking at pre-market things. What's going on in the pre-market, getting us set up and ready. I actually was a little shocked with the way we had such a big drop in the Bitcoin after the ETFs went live. I was a little shocked. Was anybody else shocked as to when that happened? Even though, you go with the whole buy the rumor, sell the news, buy the rumor, sell the news. That was the news. So the rumor was that it was coming. People were buying and running it up. The news is that it was approved. And so it's buy the rumor, sell the news. Everybody had already been buying. And when the news came out, it was go ahead and sell. And that's what happened. That's what they did. They went ahead and sold. Sold. That's what they did. Sold it. And then now we've got a little bit, some drops, some lower numbers. I'm going to go look at, what do we look at? Mara and Riot. This is what happened after we got our information, right? After they said they were approving it, this is what happened next. The next red day, which was yesterday, kind of thought it was going to be a little bit of a green day, but we ended up having a solid red day yesterday as a result. Well, in Mara, we did. I believe we also did in Riot. I can't see where they are. The pre-market looks like they're at 2152. So they're down a little bit down in here. Looks like even in the pre-market, we're down in there. I believe that's pre-market. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving. So it may not be. What's moving? I don't see a number moving. One of those numbers up here should be moving, moving, moving. We're in the pre-market. So that's what happened yesterday on Mara, right? In the space. This is Riot. I guess people who came out yesterday morning, not Monday, all the days running together, came out yesterday. Was like, oh, it's out and ready. So let's sell. We're at them high prices. Let's go ahead and sell and take our money off the table. Let us wait till it drops back down, jump back in for some better money along the way after we get in. See what happens. This is what SPX did yesterday. SPX, come. Also had see this long red wick? Ooh, this red wick though is like pew, ready to go in the other direction. That long red wick means it's ready to rocket. This is like a rocket. That's what this candle symbolizes. We're ready to rocket forward. Yep, we're ready to go and go. Yep. Okay. Let's go check out what we got in the market information. The VIX is at 12.54. It's up about 10 cents this morning. Notice it's been kind of hanging in between 12 and 13. That means people are kind of, I won't say settled, but they're not super anxious about what's coming on. VIX is the volatility index, and it kind of indicates whether there's fear in the market. JP Morgan rises above rivals with record annual profits. They put their earnings out this morning. JP Morgan Chase did. U.S. futures slide as bank earnings failed to thrill. Hey, listen, I'm telling y'all, I've said this before, that there's a lot more going on with the banks than what they're telling us. They're not telling us all that's going on with the banks. Okay. So some of these earnings pieces, they're absorbing some stuff and hiding it all in there. Nobody's telling us everything. City Post 1.8 billion loss as charges pile up. Citibank, credit cards, and all those people are like, I'm gonna buy groceries or I'm gonna pay credit card bills. Well, let's see. FAA to boost oversight of Boeing amid significant problems. Yeah. Panera Bread's Ron Shake, the father of fast casual dining. Panera Bread's got some good stuff. That soup and bread. It's like the person whose job it is to keep that bread going is like, wow, their bread is so delicious. The Panera Bread is delicious. NVIDIA highlights AI in auto tech at the CES 2024. Oh, okay. Well, that's where we are with that. Let's see. We had some inflation numbers. There's the bell, the ding, ding, ding. We're going live with the market. We're going live with the market. Today we had PPI month over month. Y'all see here in the middle. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Looks like this our PPI was at 0% last time, and they thought it was going to be at 0.2%, but it's still where it was. That's why it's red. PPI month over month was expected to be positive 0.1%, turned out to be negative 0.1%, and it was 0.0% last time. So it's going in the opposite direction from what they thought it was going to do. It's a no bueno. No bueno. Here we go. The market is opening up. Remember, the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of the market open usually is pre-market and post-market orders that are being pushed through in the morning. So if you want the volatility, sometimes I feel like it's very hard to tell what direction we're going this early. You really want to wait until, as a seller, we wait till about 10 o'clock. After the 10 o'clock turnaround, that's when we wait to see what's going on. That's what we do as sellers. Now, buyers can jump in a little bit quicker. If you have indicators or you have setups that you trade, then you want to follow your trading plan. Follow your trading plan. Good morning, Tanya, and good morning, Karen. How we doing? You want to follow your trading plan, right? If you don't have a trading plan, you want to go ahead and check out the video that I put in the chat. Maybe, I don't know if I have it right here. I don't see it anymore. Not in the chat, but we have a video on my YouTube channel about getting yourself a trading plan. And we don't do anything in life without a plan, right? We got to have a plan. Hey, Ocho. You got to have a plan. No matter what it is you're doing, you need to have a plan. And same thing with trading. Don't be trading out here without when am I going to enter? When am I going to exit? What's my stop losses? When am I going to take profit? What are the setups I'm going to use? What strategies am I going to use? Which stock am I going to use? This stuff you got to put in place ahead of time. So that way, when you're in the moment and the emotions are running high and your nervous system is all keyed up, you can fall back on a plan that you put together when you weren't all keyed up. Right? That's what we have to do there. Looks like SPX is opening. We opened at 47.91, looks like. And we're currently at 47.94. Okay. Let's go see what the other markets are doing. Some of the other parts of the world. Our pre-market shows we had some green in our futures. Dow futures was down 0.10%. JP Morgan Chase profit falls after a $2.9 billion fee from regional bank rescues. I told y'all they're rescuing people. And when you're rescuing, you're taking on more stuff and you're taking on more load, trying to cover up some of these bank failures, right? Bank of America's shares fall after bank reports lower fourth quarter profit hit by regulatory charge. I guess those charges always come in the fourth quarter, huh? BlackRock buys infrastructure investor Global Infrastructure Partners for $12 billion. I told y'all people buying stuff. Wells Fargo posts higher fourth quarter profit, helped by higher interest rates and cost cutting. So now Wells Fargo was kind of in trouble there for a minute for some of their predatory practices. And how come we got now JP Morgan Chase is doing, had a reported tough earnings. Bank of America reported tough earnings, and Wells Fargo comes in going, yep, we got higher profits. What are y'all doing over there? Helped by higher interest rates and cost cutting. Is that what we did? Citigroup posts $1.8 billion Fourth quarter loss after a litany of charges. How come they all got charges and Wells Fargo ain't talking about no charges? Yep, these are the questions. QTNA, as my daughter says, questions that need answers. QTNA. Sometimes when we're talking, my daughter is funny too, by the way. Sometimes we'll be talking about different stuff and she'll just pop out and say QTNA. These are questions that need answers, right? You need to come up with some answers, some of these questions. How do it know? Things that make you go, Europe, a lot of green over there. A lot of green over in Europe. Actually, good green. Europe stocks move higher. Burberry is down 7%. In Asia, Asia markets are mostly red. Asia markets fall as China's annual reports drop. Japan bucks the trend to extend a record rally. This is Japan here in the Nikkei. Japan. Woohoo. Okay, let's go check our chart one more. That's not a chart. Is that a chart? No, that's not a chart. That's our investing. That's not where we're going. We're going. Where did you go? There you are. We're on the second candle. This is a 5-minute chart. You can look up here and see the time frame. 5-minute chart. We're still going upwards. Tanya says, I just closed the call credit spread on WFC for 100%. Yep, on 50 sale leg. It's under the moving average. Very good, very good. Moving average is something we're talking about too. I'm planning on having in our chart your way to 100K session tomorrow. We have our second session of that tomorrow. And we're covering trends, support and resistance, gaps, volume, and I'm hoping to get to moving averages in our time period. Yeah, definitely don't trust them, Lady T. I'm with you. Wells Fargo, my son had an account with them. I was like, head back over here to Navy Federal and let's quit fighting with this foolishness over here. Let's not. Let's bring on our earnings this morning. We did just talk about who had earnings. We got JP Morgan Chase. We've got Delta's got earnings this morning. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, Citigroup, BNY Mellon, and this is YPro. I don't actually remember who this second person is up here. I may have to go look. Just go make sure who's got earnings this morning. I want to see who's got earnings. EPS whispers, because I've looked at that and wanted to, and then I was wondering who was the second person on the list. Come on, there we go. EPS whispers is where we get this graphic from, and we love it because they make it real clear. JP Morgan Chase was in there. Shoot, what does this say? I cannot see. Oh, United Health Group. That's what it is. I knew it was something I knew. UNH, United Health Group, is that other one we were missing. That's what that is. Go back to StreamYard. Here we are. This is United Health Group, UNH. That's what's there. Okay. Let's look at our Adam numbers. Adam Mancini, thank you, sir. He trades ES. Now, the gap between ES and SPX is now 20. Remember, I told you all the gap widens every time they switch over to a new nomenclature. The gap widens between those two. And as time passes, the gaps between ES and SPX begin to close. Now the gap is 20. A couple days ago, or even yesterday, we were using 40 as our number. Today, the gap is 20. So you can look at Adam's numbers. Adam Mancini, he's on Twitter. He trades ES, though. I'm kind of putting it all together. He trades ES futures. And we go and look and compare the two charts to see what's the difference between those. And we adjust the numbers to go with SPX to go into the stock market. Alrighty. So it says yesterday was a highly complex CPI day with multiple A+ level to level trades to go nowhere in SPX, back where we were on Monday. We're back like we left something. Building a tight base for the next leg, 4771 to 4800 is pure chop, which we are right now at 4800. We currently walked right into it. We opened at 4791 and we're at 4800, just what he talked about. 4771 to 4800 is pure chop. The plan today, 4771, 4782 are supports. Those are supports for us. They've been defended, which means the bulls have come right back in and grabbed up and said, we're not going any lower, right? This keeps 4788, 4801 and 4812 alive. If 4771 fails, then we dip to 4762, 4757. All right. How do we use these numbers? How do you use these numbers? If you're a buyer, you can use these numbers just like Adam uses them as level to level trading. If you're a buyer, you can, buy calls when it's coming into this, when it drops to these supports, you can buy a call to believing that it'll go on back up. And it gets to resistance, you may start to pull your money back off, or you watch to see what happens. And that's how you do it as a buyer. If you get to the top and it starts to fall back down, you buy puts coming back down. That's how you do it as a buyer. If you're a stock purchaser, when it hits support, you buy shares. When it hits resistance, you sell them, and then you short it coming back down. If you're a shorter, if you know how to short. If you're a seller, though, what you do with these numbers is you look to see what are our outlying numbers. What are your outliers? Our outliers here, according to what he says, is like 4812. So you go look at 4812 as your highest number on the call side to see you want to get as a seller, you want to get strikes outside of that. And then you look to see what are the low numbers, right? What are some supports in the low numbers, depending on what time of day too. You look to see, okay, well, 4757 or 475, if you're doing XSP, then you want to get strikes below that. And that's what you use for your put credit spread, right? We do call credit spreads when prices up here coming down. We do put credit spreads when prices going up. Basically the opposite of buying stuff. If you buy calls to go up, you actually sell put credit spreads to go up. They're opposites, right? And if all the stuff I'm saying is confusing you, you can hang out on my YouTube channel because we talk all seller stuff over there. Put credit spreads, call credit spreads. That's our jam. That's our jam. That's the stuff we work with over in there. But that's how you use these numbers, right? You use them as a buyer or as a seller. But you need to ask yourself, which are you? Which am I? Am I a buyer or am I a seller? Which one am I? Who are you? Who are you? Where's my trading? There we go. Trading strategy for you. If you're not sure what strategies really suit your life, suit your personality, suit your money situation, suit your aggression, your trading aggressiveness, then you might want to check out tradingstrategyforyou.com. It's basically going to ask you some questions, and then you can determine what strategies are going to work. What are we doing here? What strategies are going to work for you that really suit you? tradingstrategyforyou.com. Everybody has different levels of aggression, different ways they trade, different personalities, and you want to trade what suits you. Some people like day trading because they like the fact that the day trading is a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline is pumped into your system, and they like that. Other people, that's too much for them. Me, I don't, because I have so many things going during the day that I can't allow my emotions to ride like that on a stock, right? I may do an XSP trade in the afternoon, but I personally, I have too many things that are going on in my world all day long for me to be able to watch stock charts. I cannot. Some people can, and I'm all for that. I'll definitely, our strategy that I teach you on using SPX for 0 DTE talks about in the morning, in the noonday, in the afternoon. If you're doing it for the week, we have a strategy that covers all the time frames that fit, your life, right? We can definitely do that. It's just for me, individual at this point to now, I'm back in the classroom doing this, that, and the third. I don't have it in the summertime or when I'm on break. When I have time to do that, then I can. Some people, that's their bread. That's their bread and butter. They want it that way, right? Some people would rather have something that goes for the week. It's a little less stress and pressure. You need to know that that's, covered calls, cash secure puts, put credit spreads on other stocks. These are, and call credit spreads. Those are the things that suit your life, will suit your personality and suit your circumstances. If you got a full job, where somebody's depending on you to do work for money, even if that job is raising kids, because that's a full-time job too. If you're watching your children all day or watching people's children all day, that's a job. So may not have time for being able to trade actively during the day. You have to assess what is your situation, what's your circumstance, and then ride with that. There's so much money to be made in the stock market using so many different methods. Listen, you don't have to do something somebody else is doing. Do what fits your world. Do what fits your life. Okay, I strongly encourage you, do what fits you, because there's money to be made in here. Okay, let me put some lines on our 15-minute candle to see if we get a breakout. See if we get a breakout here this morning, and maybe provide an opportunity for those who'd like to trade. First thing, I want to change this. This need to go to the top of this. There we go. That's not quite the top. Let me go get my. But today is Friday. The stock market on Fridays can be a whole wrestling match, because everything's closing up. People closing things. They're resetting things. All that's going on. Right? So Fridays can be rough. The professionals ain't in the market on Friday. Definitely not Friday afternoon. They might start up in the morning just to be sure everything's going well, but the professionals are not in a Friday afternoon trading. They leave that to us amateurs, right? Okay, so this is our first candle that we have from 47.91 to 48.02. That's the window, and we'll look to see if there's a breakout that happens, and then we'll look to trade the breakout. That's one of the things we do. That's how we can trade zero DTE, is we use the breakout and the PDT hack. Tanya, thank you so much for mentioning the holiday. Is the market closed on Monday? It's a federal holiday, I know, but is the market closed on Monday? Who knows whether the market is closed on Monday? Let's see. Is the stock market open on Martin Luther King Day? Let's see what it says here. It says it's closed. I'm thinking that's what it says. It was closed on New Year's Day. Holiday is on January 15th, which will be Monday. So the market won't be open on Monday. Okay, closed. Market closed. If you find something different, please tell me. But from what I see, the market's closed on Monday. It was listed right underneath the New Year's Day, and we know it was closed New Year's Day. Hopefully you all will go out. I saw some signs around Jacksonville for parades and such. Maybe you all will go out and to do some Martin Luther King things. Stock market can be weird the day before a holiday. Yes, ma'am. The day before a holiday, sometimes the day after. Sometimes before a holiday, though, there is a bit of a bull run, but you definitely want to trade what you see. And that's my warning to you, my guidance to you, is to trade what you see. Hyper Viper, what are you saying? The market is not closed on Monday? I see you say no. Let me go, because I just saw that it's closed on Monday. Let me go grab I'll share my screen so that way we can see what it says. We can look together. Holidays and trading hours. This is I got this from the New York Stock Exchange.com. Holidays. It says here, New Year's Day, it was closed, January 2024, January 1st. And Martin Luther King Day, Monday, January 15th. I'm saying it's going to be closed. It'll be closed for Washington's birthday. I'm assuming. It says trading days. Wait a minute. Let me see. Because I don't know if we should be closed for his birthday per se. It says holiday though. Let me see. I feel like holidays and trading out. It says trading day, but we didn't trade on the first. Why would they put these two right next to each other if that's not the case? Okay, let me go again. I wanted to be sure. Is the stock market closed on Martin Luther King Day 2024? We're going to ask a specific question. U.S. stock markets will be closed on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Okay. There we go. It says it's closed. We can go with that. Closed. Closed for business. Open, no. Okay, gotcha. Hyper Viper. Thank you for that. It's definitely closed on Monday. The futures be open all the time. Futures is like Walmart or like those foreigner the foreigner convenience stores in your neighborhood. They never close, no matter what the holiday is. No matter what the holiday is, you can always go to the neighborhood convenience store and buy stuff. They're like, Christmas? What's that? We don't celebrate Christmas. We'll be right here selling you whatever you want to buy. I am not going down that hole. I was getting ready to ride that one. It was like, nope. I heard the spirit say, pull up. You know, like on the movie Flight, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Nothing is open on his birthday besides the stores. Yep. I heard the spirit saying, pull up. I was getting ready to dive headlong into the convenience stores being open in the neighborhoods, but I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Nobody's going to convince me. Don't try to convince me to go there because I'm not going there. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Listen, you have to entertain yourself in these places. Entertain yourself. Listen. All righty, so we're looking at the different. Oh, let me turn this off. We're looking at the different trades we had for this week, right? I believe almost all of our call credit spreads got breached. Amazon. I'm gonna go look at it. I want to leave that up though, but let's add this to the stage so I can still see those. But let's see, where's Amazon at right now? Actually, some people had a little bit of drop off after our crypto stuff, but Amazon's at 155. So that one is breached. We looked at almost all the call credit spreads, 374. We had Meta was going to be, come on, add it back to the stage. My clicking too fast. Meta was 360. It is currently at 374. Microsoft, Nvidia, we know those are both up above the numbers, but these over here in the put credit spread side, all of these trades, good. I think ENPH is the one. ENPH is the one that did not get breached over here. Let me go look at it real quick. ENPH. ENPH is currently at 115. It's at 115. So this, if you did the ENPH trade, it is not breached. It should be closing up. We usually close our credit spreads about the 80% profit. And what does that mean? That means if you took in $10, right? 80% profit means you'd close it for $2. That means you're going to keep 80% of the profits. If you took in $20, then you're going to close it for $4. You're going to close it when it's 20%, when there's 20% left. Yeah, ENPH is the only one that did not breach. But on the put credit spread side, those are good. What's Carvana doing? Anybody trade Carvana regularly? They was counting Carvana out. They thought Carvana was going down for the count. Carvana was like, nope, you will not keep a good woman down. We are going to go ahead and we're going to adjust some things. This is Carvana could be 46.15. Carvana could be a good indication of how you change some of your practices to go along with, I need the day, change some of your practices to go along with the needs of the people. You go with the needs of the people. I think Carvana started doing things like short-term, like shorter term, I'll call them leases, but shorter term leases. They started just adjusting to the environment. If people were, paying for long-term leases or short-term leases, they were like, well, you can lease it from us for 3 months, lease it from us for 6 months. Ronald's like, we'll do some stuff. Hey, we'll figure it out together. We'll figure it out together. This is what Carvana's got going. They've been on an uptrend here for a little bit of a minute. They was down here in the druthers though. Y'all see down here, these prices are $6. And this was early 2023. They was down here at $6. Right? Carvana is now at $45, $46. They went up as high as 62 last month in December. They've dropped off a bit from there, but they're yet holding on. They're yet holding on. Let's go see what SPX got going. We'll jump back over to that. We need 15 minutes, Dougie Fresh. Come on. Still hovering inside of the breakout zone or the first 15-minute candle. Okay, so now we've got Friday. Today is Friday, and we want to remember that Monday is a holiday, and things do get kind of wonky and kind of weird just before a holiday. A lot of times there is bullish run, but you don't want to count that for all the time. You want to look at charts, trade what you see. This is what you want to do, is trade what you see. We trade credit spreads over here. Sorry, you all. Hey, Tamar, we trade credit spreads. Right, for the most part, sell cash secure puts or sell covered calls. We're a sellers community. I coach sellers, seller option sellers. That's what we do. Put credit spreads, call credit spreads, selling cash secure puts, selling covered calls. That's what we do. Right. I put out a graphic once a week. That's one that I was showing you a second ago. And that graphic I'll put on the weekend. So it gives us some trade ideas. But then I also teach you how to do your own charting and how to do your own looking, right? Tomorrow we're going back to second week, like I said, of our chart your way to 100K. If you didn't join in that and you want to jump in the river, you can go ahead over to chart your way to 100K and get registered and be ready to join us tomorrow morning. Be ready to join us if you're interested in doing that. Chart your way to 100K. Right? It should be running along the bottom. What's that? I think I saw somebody talking about their Carvana trade, had them sweating all week. I actually have Carvana, has me gasping for air all week in my 45.5 PCS. My put credit spread on Carvana is also at 45.5. Now mine was entered by PeakBot. Y'all know we still use PeakBot as our for automated trading. You pick the stock. PeakBot enters it based on the algorithm. It enters the 30 delta at the right time. Put credit spread. So it's going to enter the 30 delta as the sell leg and the 10 delta as the buy leg. And then it runs for the week. It's automated from that standpoint. You pick your own stock though. And it ties to your broker. You attach it to your broker. And then it enters the trade on Monday or Tuesday. And then it runs for the week. They have a 14-day free trial if you want to go over there and give them a trial. The bot basically enters a trade for you. It doesn't bother your money at all. Doesn't go do anything else except for the one trade you told it to go do. Okay, you have to worry about the bot's going to jump in and AI is going to be maneuvering around with your money. It's not going to do that. You pick the stock. You pick the stock you want it to trade. it will open that trade. It won't close it. It'll close on its own on Friday. It'll expire worthless, or you can close it yourself. You still have complete control, and you can pause it. You can pause whatever stock you want. You can do all that yourself. But I have a trade. My Carvana trade is 4245.5 is my Carvana trade. And I think hopefully Carvana's in the 46. I think it's 46 something. 46.15 is what it was. Today I needed to go ahead and I need Theta to go ahead and chew up some of the premium so that it can drop down. So that way it can go ahead and close early. Don't ever let the market take away your profits. Don't let the market take away your profits. If you're in profit and you need to close for smaller profits, just close it. Okay, we talked a little bit in my community on Wednesday about Carvana trying to come down again. Look at you. Get right with God, Carvana. It's below 46 now. Not to make you nervous, Tamar, but it's below 46. Oh, yeah. But it definitely finds its own support and then goes back the way it's supposed to go. It's done that for a few days. But we talked in my community about trading psychology, right? About not staying in trades that are not going well out of fear, or greed. Sometimes it's greed that keeps you in trades that aren't going well. Cut them off and move forward. Cut them off and move on to the next trade, right? You heard me telling Carvana to get right with God. That's not Carvana. This is SPX. SPX has now broken out to the downside of the first 15-minute candle. But we're just coming into or out of the 10-minute or the 10 o'clock turnaround, not the 10-minute, the 10 o'clock turnaround. So we wait till about 10:15 to confirm that it's going in the direction it says, because right now what it's doing is filling the gap between the open and yesterday's close. That's what it looks like it's doing right now. We closed here yesterday at around 47.80, and now it's going in to fill that gap. Once the bottom of the gap will provide some support, because there are buyers in this gap, because the price gapped up, right? The price gapped up. So there are buyers that were in here that got skipped over. They're buy orders. I say buyers. There was buying orders in there that got skipped over. Okay. It's a buyer's gap. The buyers got skipped over. So now, as the price comes back in here, some buy orders should be picked up, and then it would potentially move it back in the right direction. Unless there's some strong momentum. As they say, we take the stairs up and the elevator down. That's the way it works sometimes. It starts going down and the pressure gets heavy, and before you know it, it's going boom, 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 boom. Let's see what else has got some movement happening, because it's other things have to pull it down. SPX doesn't go down on its own. It goes down when things go down. Right? This is NVIDIA. Sorry, you all, that is so teachy. Got to make it bigger. I need to figure out how to set my Thinkorswim, so as soon as I pick a different stock, it doesn't automatically. Where are you? That it doesn't automatically take me to this micro size. Auto zoom. Take me back to regular size. Thank you. NVIDIA hit its resistance, and it's got a little downward motion going as well. We're at 540. It went up as high as, it's high over here. What was the high of this candle? 553. Yesterday it went up as high as that. Today we've been up as high as 549.70. But we've got people are selling. There's some sale. People are taking profits, or profit booking, as I've heard it called in the past. Okay. I'm going to look real quick at SPX, and we're going to wrap up our call. Okay. SPX is coming down to fill the gap. You want to watch to see how it acts when it gets to the bottom of this gap. When it hits the bottom of the gap, which was 47.80, it basically, you see the price action came down, but the price is back up here. So did you want to see what happens? Because it may go boop and then run itself right on back up. Okay, so you want to watch that to make sure to see what's going on with it. If you're trading SPX, if you're trading SPX, XSP, SPY, those are all the zero DTEs. If you're a zero DTEer, I've got some videos on my YouTube channel about it, but I also have resources in the training resources to help you to know how to enter, how to select your strikes, when to select your strikes, what do you use for them, how much money should you get, how do you exit your strikes, how do you determine that the trade isn't going your way, what do you do to hedge, and what do you do to help yourself, what do you do to fight with, if you want to call it that. What do you do to fight with a trade that's not going so well? How do you do that? All that stuff is included in the resource. And that's all on Educator2Trader.com. All right. I don't know if it's going to go through here, but Let me see where else we are. So we've been doing these morning calls for 2 weeks now. We will not have a call on Monday because if the market's not open, there's no reason for us to have a call on Monday. But we're quickly transitioning into this morning call, being in a closed setting. We've been doing this morning call for years, actually, within my community, and we brought it out to the YouTube world, and we're going to look at that. So if you want to keep hanging out with us, you might want to head over to the booster level of the membership on YouTube. You can get the booster level of that, and then you can still be a part of this call every morning, right? If you want to do this call, if you want to do all the membership stuff, because we got a full membership where we do the morning call, we do Wednesday afternoon, we do one Saturday a month sessions. We have an exclusive Telegram where we hang out together, trade together, support each other. All the stuff that you need for trading is all there, and that's all within my membership, and it's at Educator2Trader.com. I've already talked about chart your way to 100K. Don't forget, we are leaning in on 1 to 2 strategies. I keep bringing this graphic back around to us because I want to remind you that we're not going all over the place. We're picking 1 or 2 strategies and leaning in on those. We're picking what works for us, what fits our life, what fits our personality, what fits our pocketbook, and we're running it. Right? Pick one, run it, educate yourself, focus on your fundamentals, and then make sure you trade with a plan. Trade with the plan. This is our calendar. Don't need to go through all of that. Calendar. So many good things happen in E2T, right? Y'all can hang out with us and be a privy to our silliness all the time. Let's do our daily declaration. I'll switch back to the SPX candle because it looks like it's going the other way already. E2T Trader's Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. Yep. My account is growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. I do not trade my emotions. All right. I'm going to show you the chart here. We got a green candle going here now. Y'all see this green candle? It turned, it dropped down here. Poop, the buyers kicked in. And now let's see what happens. Listen, patience pays. Patience pays. You want to wait for a good setup and try not to prematurely enter or exit any trades. Don't want to prematurely enter or exit. Wait for your good setup and then push the buttons. Push the button. Yep. Push the button. Okay, here's our prayer. Lord, it is you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Okay, so again, we're going to trade wisely, strategically. Don't rush yourself in. You not trading and watching is a whole strategy too. Okay, watching is a strategy. We won't be here on Monday. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please be sure to do so. I will be live on Sunday. I go live on Sunday evenings at 5, talking about the week to come. So live at 5 on Sunday. Make sure that you have your notification bell clicked, so that way when I go live, whenever, I do have set times, but sometimes I may just decide I'm going to jump on. And you don't want to miss out, right? So, but we're live at 5 on Sunday evening. All righty. All righty. I want you all to have a really good green trading day. We'll be in the chats for those who are in our chats. We'll be there. I need to put on here. We do have, let me go grab it real quick, because I have an Educator to Trader general chat. You can also join our Facebook group. If you're interested in doing that, I don't see the link. I don't see the link. I must be looking from a different account. What was I saying? Oh, you can join the Facebook group. So many groups. I'm Educator to Trader in all the places, but you can join our Facebook group. If you'd like, go over to Facebook, Educator to Trader, and go ahead and it says I'm sharing screens. Why am I not sharing? Go ahead and ask to join the group, and I'll let you in. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. TikTok. I spend most of my time on YouTube, though. YouTube, Facebook. Facebook's probably my primary platform. All righty, we do two things here. Boom, 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 boom. We stay green and we get this money. All right. I will see you all in the market. All right. If you need me, send me an email, send me a chat. We'll talk. All right. I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, sweetheart. It's time to